Hey everyone, it's Sheriden again, and this time I'll be going over the third encounter found within the Explosive Conflict operation. You're going to want a normal setup, 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 4 DPS. This is mostly a puzzle encounter, where much of the difficulty takes place upon a large explosive minefield. Your group will need to make their way across it in order to get to the actual boss himself. Use only your off tank to navigate the rest of the raid through the field, as they are best suited for this job. The fight starts as soon as you walk through the red force field at the entrance. There is a tower right in front of the raid, and your off tank should use the lift to get inside it. The rest of the raid will drop down and wait for the off tank to get into position. Once there, they should open up the spaces in front of the raid to see which is filled with mines and which are safe to walk over. In order to do this, they'll need to click the tiles on the panel in front of them. When clicked, red or green squares will open up on the minefield for everyone to see. The raid group should move as far down as possible while only stepping on green squares. This will likely only be 1 at the start. Make sure you don't have anyone near the entrance after this point, or else there will be one shot by fire that covers the area. The fire will block anyone else from reaching the tower. It is worth pointing out that you cannot jump diagonally between the squares. Try it and you'll just be one shot. Once the off tank has clicked a few rows of mines, it'll become obvious that the raid can't progress further because of too many red squares. I'll now explain the process of making red squares turn green. Your off tank will need to click a little button found to the right of the display within the tower. When clicked, they will turn into a hologram found within the middle of the field. They will need to run around and sweep for stealthed Imperial demolition droids. Once found, they should return to the tower and keep opening up new mines on the display, while the rest of the raid pick it up and destroy it quickly. Your main tank should pull the droid into the middle of the square and face him away from the group because he has a cleave attack. The ability can be interrupted as well to reduce its damage. Whoever gets the killing blow on the droid will get an icon above their head, indicating that they can now defuse a mine for a short period of time. As this happens, the off tank located in the tower must designate one of the red squares to be temporarily neutralized. The square will then turn yellow, indicating that it's safe for only that person with the icon on their head to defuse it. If anyone else steps within the yellow square, they will instantly die. So make sure you only move if you have the icon. Once disarmed, the square will turn green and the rest of the raid can then progress forward. You will need to repeat this around 4 times in order to make it completely across the minefield. Obviously, pick the ones which give you an extra green square whenever the opportunity arises. Throughout the fight, the raid will also need to kill multiple adds that jump down onto the field. There will also be turrets on the walls shooting down upon the raid. These cannot be crowd controlled or killed, so you should just ignore them and heal through their damage. Your off tank will also need to deal with the occasional add that spawns within the tower. Your raid can help kill them quickly while they're still in range and line of sight at the early stages of the fight. The quicker it dies, the more time you'll have before the enrage. Once the mines are cleared, the raid will escape the minefield and be able to engage Colonel Vorgath. You will want to use the small console on the wall at the end of the field just before you pull the boss. This will disable the elite turrets found along the walls. It will also allow your off tank to come join you. You should kill the 2 adds that are found with the Colonel and crowd control any turrets that he summons later in the fight. Around every 20 seconds, the Colonel will target a random player and start to focus fire them. Your healers will need to heal them through it, and the player should use any cooldowns they have to survive it. The boss will also mark players with a red circle under their feet, which will cause an AoE explosion. The player marked should make sure that they move away from the rest of the raid to reduce damage caused. Once he's dead, kill the turrets and get your loot. I hope you enjoyed this guide. Be sure to check out the other 2 bosses if you haven't already. I'll be bringing you a guide for the final boss as well as the hard mode update videos, which will cover the main differences between this version and the more difficult one. Don't forget to be subscribed so you won't miss out when they're released. If you'd like to help me and my channel, then be sure to give the video a thumbs up and share it with your friends or guild.
Oh my god!
Thanks everyone, and see you next time.